This is a 2002 Kdx200 that I picked up October last year. It was in pretty good condition for its age. It only had, forgive my out of breathness here, about 1,500 kilometres on it when I got it. It was for a retired guy down in Sydney, Australia. Over the next couple of months, I basically pulled this thing apart to every last nut and bolt, and did it up to what you see here today. Suffice to say, it's had a fair bit of money spent on it to get it to this condition, and it's pretty damn good. I ride a couple of beta 4-strokes, a 390 and a 430, yeah, 2019 model and so forth. And while the KDX doesn't feel quite as put together as the betas, they're pretty damn good bikes, and had a fair bit of suspension work done on them. For something that's sort of 17 years younger than one of them, it goes pretty damn well. And the suspension, which has been upgraded by Race Tech for my weight, about 100 kilos, is yeah, really good for this type of bike. A lot of dudes put the upside down forks on them. I wanted to keep it sort of fairly true to its originality. I've got bikes with upside down, the beaters are upside down forks, and they're unreal. But for its age, as I said, for its age, this thing is, it's, yeah, pretty good little char weapon. It's got plenty of go once you get the jetting right. This morning was a little bit fluffy off the bottom end. I think it's maybe the temperature or whatnot. It's in sort of winter here in Australia at the moment, and yeah, once you fix the sort of pilot jet up a little bit, screw it in a little bit, it ran a whole heap better off the bottom, and the mid-range is pretty good on it. It really gets going once you crank it open. It's, yeah, no real powerhouse like the 430 beta, but or 500 KTMs or something like that, but yeah, it's pretty light and nimble, and it gets going. It came with the FMF pipe on it. What you see here, I did the suspension, got the motor completely rebuilt by got a mate, Anton, who did a great job at that. And I've just put tubeless on the back of it here. This is the first ride with the tubeless setup. It's only got about 9 psi in the back there, so traction feels today, it is pretty good out here today. It's had a little bit of moisture on the ground. Yeah, so far so good. It's feels pretty great. As you can see, the bike's pretty standard. It's an Australian registered model. Here, this is registered with all its lights and blinkers. That's how it came. Let's see how many Ks it's done on it now. 1800. I'll put 300 on it or something like that. I've got a Force 3 reeds in here. I get that right. And a Air Striker carb, which was an upgrade there, with some JD jetting needles in it and jets and so forth. It's pretty much the same one. I think it's got a 155 in there at the moment, and one size smaller on the Pilot, I believe, if I remember properly. What else? Probably not. It's got a bash plate, obviously new pegs, new radiators that were put on there. Their old ones were not too bad, had a little bit of a bend in them. The old guy must have dropped it. So I got picked up these off eBay, and they seem to go pretty good. The rest of it's what you see here, and it's really is this is my sort of third ride on the machine at the moment, and yeah, it's a pretty impressive little bike for what it is. This thing's, what are we looking, 22 years old at the moment. There's a heap of guys on Facebook that do them, or YouTube that do them up, especially in the States. It's, you know, if you're on the KDX forums and so on, there is a ton of guys doing them up, these old schools, and you can see why, because they're still a pretty handy little trail bike to ride around on. No, it's, as I said, no, it's not a modern, you know, 2025 or 2020 model, you know, European bike. They're you know, made beautifully these days, and you know, with the upside down forks and that. But for an average type of rider like myself, this thing is more than capable of keeping up with anyone on the trail, pretty much, unless they're, you know, really gun riders on newer bikes, but yeah, it's a good machine. I put a taller seat on it, a lot taller seat, bit harder foam in there from Guts America, Guts seats. The original seat had you, I'm pretty tall, 6 foot whatever, so had you sitting right down in the bike. It sort of affects the seat to bar ratio a bit, but it's probably not too bad once you get into the tight stuff and you start hooking along, you don't really notice it too much. Yeah, so that's about it for the little KDX. It's a top machine. You might have seen if that footage shows up, it gets along pretty good, and it's completely, the engine's pretty stock really. It's got a new fresh piston in it, and apart from the reeds and the carby, it's not got any porting work or anything like that on it. I think it goes pretty good as it is. Starts well. Neutral's a breeze to find in it. Yeah, can't say enough. It's a really good bike. Okay, see you later.